Now then, here we are, me and the mutt, currently at about 900 odd metres above sea level, just on the side of Hill Crag, and we've got Broad Crag there and Scafell Pike in the distance, and that's where we're heading today. We're going to get up to Scafell Pike, chill out, have some lunch, and then get back to camp. Well, it is just a glorious day. There's a little bit of cloud rolling in now. It was just clear blue sunshine this morning. Clear blue sunshine. Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, we have got Great Gable there as well, just looking stunning as always, and the views are just to die for everywhere, but it only gets better. So let's carry on, get on the blue, get up there and get some lunch made. I'm actually getting pretty peckish now. What a day though to be out. It is just crisp, that's what it is. Plenty of ice around. It's rocking around 0 degrees at the minute, but overnight it is going to drop, so it's a good test for some kit as always, and the cloth of me. Brilliant. Coming to the summit, Scafell Pike, and as usual we've got a crowd of people on top. Clear day, even though it's below freezing, and it does get busy, but I'm looking forward to getting up there and just relaxing, really, taking all this in. It's looking a bit ominous down there, so slight worry of rain maybe, even though it was not forecast. Anyway, we've got the waterproofs. Yes. Let's do it. Good plan. Good boy. Well, I've just dropped off the summit where there are hordes of people today, and I've just come down to a little shelter and I'm going to get some nice warm clothes on. But look at this, and this. Really does make me mad, that, honestly. Dirty. Anyway, let's get sat down here. Oh. Out of the wind with Bluey Dog, and we're going to get some nice down kit on to keep us warm up here, eh? You don't need it though, do you? You've already got a down suit on. Oh dear, good lad, eh? He's a good lad. Current temperature is around freezing, probably still just below freezing, but it's given a wind chill of about -5 today, hence why I need to get something decent on to keep me warm. Oh yes. So for lunch we have got a Thai style chicken soup, which is pretty chunky, and I've also got a bit of rice that I can add to it if I want. And I'm going to try heat it up in this, which is a British Army heating pack for these meals. These things are ace. I honestly cannot believe how hot that gets. I mean, that is too hot to touch. To say it's just an exothermic reaction, so whatever these bars and the chemicals that are in there, activated by water, just has a massive amount of heat come off that. Like, just burn yourself instantly. Anyway, I'll keep just sort of dropping it on my legs and just keep me thighs a little bit warmer as well with it. But I think we're ready to actually try it now. Let's open them up properly and see what's going on. Well, you can see it's steaming. Yeah, that's red hot. Brilliant. Right, let's get me spoon. I'm going to just keep that between my legs to keep me warm. We'll open this up. Try not to get everything everywhere. See what this is like. Wow, it really is a soup. Very soupy. So I'm going to get this rice and pour that into it as well. Give that a mix up. Let that rice soak up some of that soup. Oh, it smells amazing. Let's have a taste. Quite spicy. That'll do the trick. It's exactly what you need when you're on top of a mountain when it's below freezing. There's a constant flow of people up there. Just in this last sort of half hour, me just being sat here, I bet there's been 100 people. Anyway, I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee. I've got my water poured out ready, stove's ready to go. And then once I've got that, I'll get up there and go chat to a few people, I reckon. Right. Let's turn that off. Got an instant coffee type thing. Not much heat comes out of it, which means it's going to stay warm longer. So I'm going to pack this up and then we'll go drink it. The cloud has rolled in and the last few people are just sort of on the way back. I'm gonna now pack the bag, get myself ready to go get into a tent, nice and cozy. I've got my litter here and I'm also gonna pack away all the rest of that litter, including that can, because if I don't do it, no one else will. Anyway, leave no trace and all that. Right, let's get on. look at that, 1 minute later and it is completely clear and you can see for miles. I'm currently just at Broad Crag, which is this high section here, and I'm rock hopping over all these massive rocks. I'm looking forward to getting in that tent. Right, we're in the Nature Hike Opulus or Opulus 3 tent, and this thing is vast. We've got an entrance sort of vestibule area here with 2 doors, and you could sleep 2 people in that quite easily. And then you've got the main sort of sleeping area, which is double skinned obviously, and this is sort of like a half mesh sort of system, and you can sleep 3 in here. So it is absolutely massive. So I will be bouncing about in this all night with the lovely Blue, eh? But we've got a cracking day, just been out enjoying the views and just taking our time, more being sort of present in it rather than sort of rushing to do sort of any major adventure. So thoroughly enjoyed it. Anyway, need to whip this off and start thinking about keeping warm. So I'll show you what I've got tonight to sleep in. So I'm just wearing like a thin hoodie here, and that's just going to be my base layer for this, which is the PHDesigns Yukon down jacket. Oh, actually it's not the jacket, it's the pullover, hence why I'm going to get in it this way. Slip that on. So I've been wearing this for a while now, and I've been actually thoroughly enjoying it because it has a temperature rating of -15, and that's like a working temperature rating. It weighs in at 355 grams, which is pretty incredible considering the actual amount of insulation you are getting with that. They keep the weight down by filling it with 1000 fill power down, which is the rarest you're going to ever get, and that's why it is pretty expensive. But it's got box wall construction as well, so you've got that nice sort of solid layer all the way over you, rather than having the stitch through, which obviously has sections where you're going to have little colder areas. So it's definitely a great one for keeping you warm. I love this being a pullover because we've got this through pocket at the bottom, so you can just join your hands in there and just obviously keep your hands nice and warm next to your body. Simple little pocket here just to shove a few bits, and obviously that's insulated as well, so I can bang in like my camera batteries on my phone, which do suffer in cold conditions, and obviously this is designed for sub-zero conditions anyway, so definitely worth having that as well. The good thing about this is, and all the PHD products as well, is the fact that they are made to order, so you can actually have things custom made for yourself. So a lot of brands they'll just do your small, medium, large and all that, but they're generally made for your sort of skinny ass climbers and all that, and it's not that suitable for a lot of the population. So if you're interested in getting something made for yourself to fit you, it's definitely worth checking out. So this has actually been made for me. So I've got a medium body and I've gone for long arms, which just allows a little bit more movement because I'm 6 foot tall. Sometimes mediums in the arms are a bit short, so that just allows me to then have all that sort of movement, and I'm not going to have this pulling up my wrists like you do often get. And I've also got it long in the body just so it covers down a little bit more of my bum, so it really does suit well. Anyway, for tonight I'm sleeping in this, and I'm also going to sleep in, let's just dig them out if I can find them, some down bottoms. So these are the Minimus down trouser, and they've got a typical operating temperature of -5. I am gonna sleep in these with some down socks on and this down jacket, and I don't have a sleeping bag. The thing I'm going to use instead is this, which is again from PHDesigns, and it is a Bivvy bag. A slightly insulated Bivvy bag though, so this will actually raise the temperature rating of your sleeping bag by 7 degrees. So if you've got like a 0 degree sleeping bag, you can then use this with this little bit of insulation and it will just turn it into a -7 sleeping system. The bivvy bag itself is pretty simple design. It's just like a big sock which fits over your sleeping bag. There's no extra room in it for having like your sleeping mat or anything like that, but it is fully breathable, waterproof and taped, so it will be able to take quite a bit of weather. The only thing is it's an open top, and having that means you're gonna have to have some sort of a cover over your face, like, I don't know, a tarp, or maybe just stick yourself under a bit of a rock, depending on where you are, and that'll at least keep you dry. So I'm hoping this and this is gonna keep me nice and warm for the evening. I thought I'd show you properly. So the trousers, I've got 900 fill powered down, and as you can see they have lofted really well. These are a size medium and obviously just fit my legs perfectly, and I could even put a pair of trousers under if I wanted. If I just bring it up and show you the waist, we've got quite a wide sort of waist set there, and the fact that we've just got this little elasticated cinch thing means you can pull them right up. The jacket then can come right over the top, and then you've got a nice big overlap, and the jacket itself's also got an elasticated waist, and then that just means this is all one unit and you're not going to sort of lose any of the heat through that. We've got this big double pocket here which comes right through, and that just means I can keep my hands nice and warm there. There's also a tiny little sort of stash pocket as well, which just means you can pop some keys in or something like that if you want to keep it safe. We've got this fully detachable hood here with some simple press studs, and if I just pop the hood up there, it fits really well with this little elasticated section around here, and we can just link it together again with some press studs at the bottom, and that just allows you to take it off and use it as an item of equipment on its own. So if you were in your sleeping bag and it was a super cold night and you wanted something to make sure that your head was keeping warm, just bang this on. Absolutely brilliant. Anyway, take a look at that. It fits me perfectly. Obviously it's been custom made for me, medium in the body, long in the arms, and it's a long body as well, so it just pulls down that little bit further. So there we go. It looks good, and hopefully tonight it's going to perform well too. PHD are just trying to push the limits of warmth to weight ratio, and that is all they're about. So anyway, I need to show you this. Let me drag you off here. Just look down that valley. Just got the sun catching that sort of moisture in the air there. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Oh yes, I've just been sitting about, walking about and standing about, just taking it all in. There's this really big sort of plateau at the top of Great End here, so you can just go to the edge all the way around and just take in all the different views. We've got the last little bit of light there, and it will not be long before it is dark. So, time to think of some food, I reckon. The dog has got some ribs to eat actually, so I think I'll give him them to chew. He's just chilling out here. You waiting for your dinner? Right, let's dig his ribs out, and then at least he can have something nice to chew on, eh? Proper eagle eyes on me now. Have a look at this. What have we got for you? Look at that. See that? I'll give you another one as well. just like that, they're all gone. That is amazing how dogs can just chew up bones like that and just swallow the lot and digest the lot. Hi, we are the weaker species for definite. Anyway, time for my more palatable lunch. Dinner, tea. Go on then. So we have some beef burrito, which is a ration pack. I'm just going to boil that in the bag. I have got the old broccoli as always, and some tortillas. So I'm sort of going to just shove it all in that really and chew away. So I've also got some water here, which is just from a little stream a little bit down the hill. So I'm going to pour that into here. Bang that on here, and we'll get it lit and boiling. Right, I've given that a good old boil. Turn that gas off. I've got the door open there just to let all this sort of steam out, but it's bloody cold. Right, so my plan is I'm just gonna break a bit of that off so it's not too stalky. Pop a couple of bits in here. I'll eat those bits. And then somehow spoon this onto here. That is dinner. In a few moments you're going to see dinner all down my front. I'm not going to be able to do this, am I? Good flavour, good texture. That'll do it. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this and I'll make a cup of tea and chill out. Yeah, after having that spicy meal and half a cup of tea there, I'm actually red hot now. And the wind has completely dropped and it just feels like it's a little bit warmer in here. There are some ice crystals forming on the outside of the tent though, so it's definitely at that sort of freezing point, but I don't think it's going to be that cold tonight. I will survive. But yeah, it's just like now, just feel I need to take my hat off, unzip this, just let a bit of that heat escape. Aye, it's been a good day though. It's just nice to just take an easy day, just relax, take my time, sit about and just chatting to loads of people up at the summit there on the Scafell Pike. Loads and loads of people coming past there, hundreds, just in a sort of, I don't know, 2 maybe 3 hours that I was sat about. It's just quite strange to see, because normally when I'm on a mountain I'm like this, just on my own, and here I am on Great End, me and the dog, and there's not a soul to be seen. Whereas up there it was actual chaos, it really was. Yeah, 2 young lads though, a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old who'd walked all the way, and that just gives anybody a bit of inspiration really. Tiny little legs on them, and they made it all the way up, and it was proper cold, it really was. And as they were sat there with their dad having a bit of food just to sort of replenish the energy stocks, they were both getting cold. So I took my jacket off and just dropped it over this little 4-year-old's head and right down over his body, and he just had this lovely little smile on his face. So yeah, I let him have that for the sort of 10 minutes before he started the descent again. But I think that's what we need to do, make sure we get our kids out doing these things. I took my lad out, he did Scafell when he was 6 actually, and he did Snowdon when he was 5. but we never got round to doing Ben Nevis, and he's now 18. So that's something that I'll have to drag him up at some point, just to finish all 3. Yeah. This is ace though, isn't it? Coming out, being on top of a mountain, and it is just therapy. It literally makes me smile. I just feel so happy when I'm just out enjoying the views, taking in the scenery, feeling the weather. Yeah. Always a happy man. Anyway, I am going to get myself ready for bed, brush my teeth, sort the dog out, make sure everything's right, and hopefully we're going to have a nice calm night and I can have a good night's sleep. I'm definitely going to be warm enough, and that is the main thing. So anyway, I'm going to lay this log. So as always, we'll see you in the morning. Take care. Morning flowers. Well, I'm currently stood on the edge of Great End. This is the craggy side. As you can see, it's a fair long way down there. We're overlooking Sprinkling Tarn, and just look at that view. That's not bad for the morning, is it? We've got one of the gullies that just drops down here, and the sun, which is having a bit of a battle with the clouds and losing to come and say hello. It's a cold morning with a fresh breeze coming through. There's a little bit of frost on the ground, and a lot of the rocks are really slippy because any moisture that was condensed on them has just formed this little thin layer of ice. So I am being very wary, stood on things like this. As you can see, there's a little bit of snow still lying about. And in the night, I slept really well, but it was a delicate night's sleep because I felt having the bivvy, if I pulled it a bit too tight round me and compressed some of the down in my jacket, I'd end up getting like a cold shoulder. So definitely something to sort of think about and just test out anyway, just to sort of see if it is a way of sleeping well. And if you move a lot in the night, it might not be the best idea. You need to have something maybe a bit better wrapped around you. But as I say, I slept well, and every time I sort of woke, I just put my hand out, make sure the dog was happy, and he isn't bothered at all. He's literally just warm as anything. So anyway, so let's take this view in for a little bit longer, and we're going to get back, get some breakfast, and then break camp. Always the saddest part, isn't it? Having to move and get back to normal life. Welcome. Here, come here. Huddle behind. Yeah, come here. Ready. Good lad, eh? Good lad. There we have it. Ready to go. Blue gets excited when I put the backpack on because he knows that he's going to be moving. Anyway, leave no trace as always. It's a great place to pitch a tent. There's loads of places around here you can pop it in. Oh yeah, nearly forgot. I found a heartstone. I'm going to have to take that home, aren't I? That's my Great End heartstone. Right, let's skedaddle back down off this Lal hill. We'll see what the rest of the day has to offer us. more litter. It's alright mate, if you're not strong enough to carry it back down, I'll be the man and do it. But just know, karma will have you. Nice that, innit? Sunshine just trying to come through and bless me for the day. We've just stood up on the top up there about an hour since. It is mighty. Almost a vertical drop there. And what we're going to do is head down Ruddy Gill, which is taking this right hand one there rather than going on Sprinkling Tarn, because that's the most direct route and it's a nice walk down. So there we go, a wild camp on the summit of Great End, 910 metres above sea level, and it has been splendid. A nice relaxed one. I've not done too much of an adventure, just walked my way nice and steadily over to the summit of Scafell Pike, and rather than sitting in a coffee shop down in the valley somewhere, I made myself a coffee and did my people watching up there. And it's amazing to see all the different people coming up and just enjoying being in the outdoors. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, as always, give it a big fat thumbs up, and if you want to join the Patreon, or you can buy me a coffee to contribute towards the channel, you can do so by one of the links in the description. I'll also put a link to all the different bits of kit that I use, and it just might help you out just making a choice that might be better for your adventures. Anyway, from me and the beautiful Blue, let's go see him properly. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.